In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful 1965 Mustang. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I'm thrilled you're joining me today. I have for you the pleasure of introducing a gentleman. His name is David. David has a gorgeous 1965 Mustang. It is the Fastback 2+2. It is the Type A body. This is a beautiful, beautiful car. It has a 4-valve engine in this thing. It's more or less stock, and it's even got red line tires. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, let's check out this beautiful 1965 Mustang. All right, David, rev the engine, sir. And honk the horn. Beautiful, turn her off. What do I say? She is beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me what you have.
Well, it's a 1965 Mustang 2+2 or fastback. It's an A code, which means it's the middle breed of the 289 engine. It's 4-barrel, but not the hypo. They made 3 versions of the engine. One was 2-valve. This is a 4-valve regular, and then the hypo was 4-valve solid lifters.
So that's by the type. So you call this
the same
type?
engine,
yeah.
Just different categories and different performance specs.
Wow. How much of this car is all stock?
It's basically all stock,
really?
Except for things that have been replaced.
Yes.
I have added a dual master cylinder because it's still 4 drums. All right. Not disc brakes.
Yes.
So that helps.
So you got to plan ahead before stopping.
You do. It used to be a suggestion before that. The gear, the rear gears have been changed out. They originally came with a 411 rear end. And I took that out because it was revving very high to get at anywhere. So it's been changed to a 3.25.
Oh my God.
Other than that, it's a stock. There's no performance improvements. Essentially, it's all what would have come from the factory.
I have a thing about red lines though on the tires, and the pinstriping.
Yeah. Now these
beautiful.
are reproduction red line. They're made by Coker Tires, but they are radial. I do have the bias ply ones at home, same double red stripes.
Okay.
But that's like driving on marshmallows.
For sure. Right?
It really is.
I love this though. That little feature right there.
Yeah, that is a very interesting feature, and it's the first thing that Carroll Shelby took out when he made the GT350s, because they weighed that element weighs a lot of. So he replaced it with a little piece of plastic.
Oh wow.
But it's a very interesting feature.
Yes. There's 2 things that always gets me about this Mustang, with this particular Mustang, is that and the way the rear glass curves around. Just beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, they don't consider it a true fastback style, because a true fastback is supposed to come all the way back to the rear quarter, but obviously it's a very unique style. It's
beautiful. And even from this angle here, I mean, David, is just fabulous looking. Just a stunning, stunning car. How long have you had it now?
I've had it for 11 years. I bought it in this condition, essentially, so I can't take credit for it, but I do keep it clean.
You're the caretaker of the car?
I am the caretaker of the car, correct.
You are, and you've done a fabulous job.
Now, the car was restored in 1993, I believe, or 91. I've got the documents, the pictures of it.
Okay.
It was a complete frame-off restoration. So, for the most part, this paint job is all of 30 years old.
That's incredible though. Thinking it's mine too, actually.
Yeah.
It's roughly about 30 years old, and it goes testament to the workmanship from back then, right?
Yep.
Just fabulous. This car just has presence though. It looks fast standing still. Not too many cars get away with that, but this is fabulous. I love this thing. There's this elegance to it too.
It is. It's elegant, and you know, just the way it's put together with the pinstriping, the red line tires, the red interior. It's just it's a very classic looking vehicle.
Beautiful. You know what else is kind of cool is just a little bits of chrome
Yep.
below on
Yep.
the panels there, and it just sings like it's just a lovely car.
And
I
it
love
also it also has factory air.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
Okay. Which is kind of rare too. 'Cause
It is. It
that's
was
a costly-
it was built in San Jose, and it was sold out of a dealership in Dallas, Texas. So,
so
hence
that's the reason.
hence
Yeah.
the air conditioning.
If it was in the northern U.S. states, then
No,
perhaps not.
not likely.
I love the fog lights too. Just beautiful element right there. Man, oh man, oh man. Your license plate is perfect too, though, isn't it?
I got that first try. I mean, I didn't think
Did
I'd be
you
able to
really?
get that. Yeah.
Oh my
You make an
God.
application, you see what happens, but I got it first try.
Wow, that's a rare occurrence right there. But it just suits it beautifully. Man, how lovely is this? Your rear view mirror, it's chrome?
Yes.
Original?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. This red interior though, Jim. Oh, David rather? Sorry, I called you Jim right there. Oh my God, that's just lovely.
Yeah, it's not the fancy pony interior. It's just the standard interior, but
But it's the color contrast. It's just the clean look to it. Before I dive in there, can we take a look at the engine?
sure, absolutely.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. There's been a lot of work done on this.
Well, it's been kept clean. I mean, it has chrome headers, which are dress up chrome, air cleaner
Yes.
top. Everything else is pretty much as it would have been. The compressor. There's the dual master cylinder I had put in
Right.
to help with the braking.
Yeah. And drum brakes at that, hey?
Drums,
Isn't that
yes.
something?
I mean, I understand you can convert this car to disc brakes, except it means you got to use 15-inch wheels, which are not original to the car. So
And
these are 14-inch.
14,
Yes.
right. Yes. Fantastic. And no problems keeping it cool there, Jim?
No.
I keep saying Jim. David, for
Dave,
crying out
it's
loud,
all right.
man. That's me. Okay.
No, I mean, I in the past I've had problems with it, but it came down to a leaky radiator cap,
Oh.
and it would burp every time I shut it off. But now it's
And
okay.
that was as simple as that, hey?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And how much space is there in the trunk?
Well, it's not a bad trunk. I mean, the other thing is that the seats fold down,
Yes.
so
A true
you
2+2 though, isn't it? Like you can...
yeah.
Now, is there a pathway?
Yeah. So there's
There is,
this thing.
okay.
This thing comes.
That opens up?
That opens up.
Yeah.
And folds down. Just trying to remember how it works. I think it goes up. Yes.
Oh,
there
it goes the other
goes
way.
up like that.
So you can actually get skis, 2x4
Yes,
lumber.
exactly.
all sorts.
Well, I'm not sure I'd want to start. Skis, yes.
Who needs a pickup truck?
Golf clubs, yes.
Wow. This is the original?
That is, and that's one thing I want to change. I want to get a proper spare which has the same steel wheels that the car has.
Red line too. This material here.
That's all standard. That's all original stuff. I mean,
It is,
you look
isn't
at any old car like that, it's
Yeah.
got that same, vinyl plaid.
Plaid look to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, fabulous. No California Duster in the trunk there?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, I do have one at home.
Yes.
Yes.
Fabulous. And where's the gas? Right here?
Yep. In fact, I just filled it up before I came over here.
Oh, fabulous.
So that's one of the differences between the 65 and the 66.
Right.
Is the color of that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So what is the difference? So the 65 has a black.
The 65 is black. I think the 66 is blue, as well as the inserts on the steel wheels. These are red on this car, and I believe they're
okay.
blue on a 66.
I love the red though.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's
the red
just,
and the
it's
black
just perfect.
is just a
It's-
lovely combination. This pinstriping though, this is not done by hand, surely.
It is done by hand.
No.
If you take a look at it very carefully, it's a hand painted. You can just see the little blob as it goes around the corner.
yes. Man, that's a true artist right there.
Yeah, it is, and I've seen them do it. They just take a brush and just do this, and I don't know how I could never do that.
I can't even write straight.
No.
Like, how do you do this?
But that was a factory option.
It is hand,
Yeah.
yes. Like you'd think they'd have a laser or something set up, and man, oh man. There's a testament right there to whoever did the paint on this. Fantastic. Oh, I love 2. I never noticed that before.
Yeah.
It actually says 2
There-
plus
yeah,
2
it does.
right there.
Yeah. It was supposed to mean 2 people in the front, 2 people in the back. I mean, every Mustang you can do that. So I'm not really sure why they chose that connotation, but
Okay. I guess it's a little gentle reminder you could put 2 kids in the
I
back.
guess so.
Adults would be a bit of a tougher
Yeah.
sell, but you could get things in the back.
yeah.
Now, these vents, though,
Yep.
there is a function to
Yeah,
it
it
right?
is.
It's
So
not
they're
just decorative.
they do open. There's
From
a
the
there's a
inside.
thing from the inside here that I'm not really sure. It just allows the air to flow through.
Right. Oh, I
So-
see the lever on the
Yeah,
other side.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. See, I always thought they were decorative,
No,
but they're not.
no,
There's
they
real
actually
function
are.
to it. Amazing. May I take a look inside?
Yeah. Now we just close
Man,
that
this
here.
red interior. Oh my God, David. This steering wheel is lovely.
Yeah, it doesn't show its age.
My oh my.
You know, there's a little bit of paint wear over the years.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
generally that's
called
not bad.
character.
Yeah.
My goodness. I love this whole console thing in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was another option. And of course, it's also a 4-speed manual
Right.
transmission, which didn't come with every car, obviously.
This vent section at the front there, was that an option? Like the whole
That whole
silver
thing,
bezel?
that's the air conditioning. That's the air conditioning unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a
Wow.
$225 option with the vehicle when it was new, which I think it was about 10% of the price of the car.
Right, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Even
Yeah.
nowadays, AC is not cheap, but thankfully it's included in most cases. I love the levers there. Very aircraft
Yep.
sort of type, isn't it? So no tack on these things,
No,
eh?
so this is the old idiot light dashboard. So this came in the early '65s until they got to the GTs. They then had an instrument cluster. These are actually came out of the old Ford Falcon kit of parts that Ford used a lot of in this car.
A little bit of mix and matching.
Yeah, a
going
lot
on,
of
isn't
stuff
it?
came out of the Falcon.
Tell me about this radio.
Well, the radio is
not
just
original, is it?
it's original. It was
Oh,
I believe it was a dealer installed option, just AM, no FM.
Good God,
It's
fabulous.
tuned to the Blue Jays right now.
Okay, you got to fly our colors. My goodness, she's lovely. And there's something about these seats too, right? Vinyl seats.
Yeah, and not very safe either.
No, no,
You know.
true, yes. And the lap belts, right?
Yeah,
None
no,
of
I
this,
had those put in as well. They were an option. I know.
You gotta love that.
$10, $15 or something was an option,
You got
but
the
I
belts.
put them in.
Hey, what about visors? Does it have visors?
Yeah,
Or
I
are they
got
options
oh yeah,
too?
it's all red. It's all red. So, yeah.
Yep, all good. I remember talking to somebody and they said, oh yeah, even the visors were options in some cars. And it's like, what?
Well, the other thing was an option which I don't have in this car. You got a rear view mirror on this side.
Oh, nothing
rear
on
view mirror on the other side
on
was
the
an
passenger
option.
Side.
Like, I mean,
Yes.
It's
True. Oh, look, the sun's just come out and
Sun's
she's
come out,
looking
look at that,
gorgeous,
eh?
isn't she? Man, oh man. Can we go for a little
Sure,
drive?
absolutely.
Interesting. It just dawns on me now is when you open the door, how wide it opens.
I know.
Right? Compared to
know.
modern day cars.
And it's difficult when you're in a parking lot because they do wide. At a car show too, you got two cars beside each other, both with huge wide doors.
Yes.
And sometimes they want to stuff you in, 4 feet apart.
That's
And that
right.
just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah, you
No.
got to park miles away.
Yeah,
But
you do.
wow,
You
it's
do.
huge. Just the swing on it is amazing, which is great because we're not young kids anymore, as,
No, we're
as we
not.
know, Dave. We've got like knee issues and everything else, so it's all good. Okay, let me.
Now we have seat belts, so we're going to wear them
Yes, let's do that. Let me put that down for a second.
right here.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
No shoulder belt.
Nope. Actually, it's funny you say that. My MG came with just lap belts.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel right for some reason, so I swapped them out.
Yeah.
And I managed to get the over the shoulder. Just not that it's going to help me, if at all, if there's anything serious.
No,
but
I
it just feel
actually,
better.
when I bought this car, I actually purchased headrests to install.
To go, okay.
I never had the guts to put them in. I still have them in my basement.
Okay, so we'll go out at the lights, we'll turn left.
Okay.
So no power steering, none of that.
No
malarkey?
power steering.
Yeah.
It's I work out at the gym.
There you go. Look how much money you save by not going to the gym.
I still go to the gym. Keep up my strength. We're gonna go left?
We'll turn left, yes. Oh, she's very smooth.
It is very smooth. I mean, it's surprising. It's a little tough getting into second sometimes,
Right.
but you know, it's an old transmission.
So where's reverse on this then?
Reverse is actually, this thing's all twisted up. Reverse is
all
down
the way
here,
down. Okay.
and that's what this is for. You pull
The
that
lever,
up
yeah.
to get it into the reverse position.
Amazing.
Yeah, when I had the 411 rear end in that, you couldn't even turn the corner without shifting into second.
I bet.
It was crazy.
So you're a bit of a car guy, obviously, David. So
I am.
What was the very first car you ever bought then?
Interestingly enough, it was a 1977 Honda Civic.
Oh, the exotic Honda Civic.
The exact Honda Civic. Not that it's the first car I would have wanted to own, but
Right.
it was one that I could afford at the time. We were
Good for
just
you.
finishing university and getting married, and had that
Well,
car.
mine was a Toyota Corolla, just
There
a
you
bit
go.
of a station wagon
There
at
you
that.
go.
But hey, I customized it as best as I could. So.
And I have owned a lot of cars, or leased a lot of cars over the years. You know, BMWs, Saabs, Toyotas, Audis, and it's. I just love cars, and
Sure.
you know,
Sorry, we
and
turn right at those lights.
Yep, standard manual transmission is what I'm.
Yeah.
And it can't get that much anymore.
No, true.
So I think I told you before, my daily driver's an Audi S4 with a 6-speed manual,
Yep.
and they don't make it anymore. So
Sure
I've
don't.
had that car for almost 10 years now. It's got 90,000 kilometers on it,
Good
and I
for you.
have no intention of getting rid of it.
No, it's part of you now, isn't it?
Part of me now.
Yeah. And that's not the diesel engine, right? It's the gas engine?
No, it's a gas engine, and it's a twin turbo.
Okay.
Um,
So it's got enough power.
It's got lots of power. Yeah, it's a 3-liter twin turbo, 333 horsepower in the Audi. So
I love that little bit of a tire noise you get, right?
yeah, well, that's the other thing I did
fabulous.
put in was posi traction.
Right.
So you will get that on turn.
Yes. How did you like the Saab, though, of all the cars you've owned?
I'll tell you, I've owned 2 Saabs. One of the best cars I've ever owned.
Is,
A
isn't it?
1983 Saab 900 Turbo.
Yes.
Just an incredible car. Very, very solid. Before GM got involved with them.
Right.
And you talk about aircraft, it was just it was like sitting in an aircraft.
Yes.
Everything
The fit and finish of that
the fit
car.
and finish,
too,
the
everything,
solid,
yes.
the leather, had Scottish leather in it.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, that car would move.
You missed that one, don't you?
I do.
Tell a
It
little
had
bit,
turbo lag, but once you put your foot down and it would lag, and then it would just take off like
Just
a
go,
jet engine.
yes. A little bit of a delayed reaction there,
Yeah,
but hey.
yeah. But this car is fun to drive around.
It is.
Just got to be careful of all the other idiots on the road.
Yeah. And you drive it like a motorcycle. You plan ahead because you have to make sure you stop in time.
You have to, yeah.
And you're still invisible to so many people who are oblivious.
Yeah, they are oblivious.
To
Some
cars.
people are in awe, and others are completely oblivious.
I agree. I always keep my distance. You just never know.
Yeah. Right here?
Turn right here, yeah. But you know what? She puts a smile on your face every time you're behind
Does.
her.
And I like it when some people do notice,
Yeah.
and it puts a smile on their face, and that's kind of fun.
And especially you get the thumbs up, right?
And
you
I,
think,
yeah,
you know
in
what?
fact,
That's
on the
all
way
worth it.
over here this morning,
Yeah.
I pulled out of my street, and a 68 Roadrunner went by.
Really?
440, yep.
Nice.
Give us a wave.
Yeah. No, it's just a priceless car. Every Mustang has something special about it.
Yeah.
There's just A beautiful, beautiful design. So many other cars mimic certain parts of it, like even the Ford Capris and that back in the UK.
Yep.
Very similar body styling, and it's just lovely. Just lovely. And so simplistic too, hey?
Oh,
when you
for
think
sure.
about it, you don't
Yeah.
need all the fancy gadgets,
No.
this, that, and everything else. Just
No.
pure fun to drive, and that's all it is. I'm surprised how well the gear shift and how smooth they are.
Yeah, well, I had the transmission looked at a couple of years. Well, it wasn't a couple of years ago, 6 years ago now.
Okay, yeah.
A guy up in Etobicoke, Lawrence Transmission, took the thing all apart, made sure everything worked. Found a crack in the housing.
Oh yes.
Welded that fixed. And told me something I didn't know. I thought that all these 4-speeds were top loaders, but the early 65s were fitted with Borg Warner T10s.
Is it a rush? Like, where are you going?
Sorry?
I said, where's this guy going?
I know. See, so this is a Borg Warner T10.
Okay.
Which is what they used to put in the old Thunderbolt, Ford Thunderbolts.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
But yeah, it's been good. The only thing that wasn't when he put the gears, the new gears in,
Yes.
we didn't change the speedometer cable, so this reads somewhere between miles per hour and kilometers per hour.
Somewhere in between, yes.
Yeah, so. But when I bought this car 11 years ago, it had 3,000 on the odometer.
Okay.
So that's what it had on.
So
That's what was put on since it was rebuilt in '93.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
3,000 miles in
Okay.
20 years. I've put another 3,000 on it
Yes.
since then.
Because it's just fair weather driving, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
So are you part of like the Mustang car club? Or
I
anything
used to
like
be.
that? Yeah.
I used to be. But I don't know. I like the variety of different kinds of cars, so I gave that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was interesting. I mean, we had a lot of interesting people, and
For sure.
still
I
see
think
those people.
the car clubs are also really handy for if you have a problem,
Yes.
if you need advice, because somebody's probably encountered it or can point you in the right direction.
Yes,
right?
for
So
sure.
It's really good for that.
But there's so many online forums too. I mean,
Oh, definitely,
I'm a
yes.
member of about 6 different Mustang Facebook groups,
Right.
and regularly, people are asking questions.
Yeah. So do you have kids?
I
David?
have a son who lives in London with his partner, and my daughter and her family, her husband, and we have 2 grandchildren. They live in Toronto.
Wow. So here's a question: who's going to get the car?
Well, interestingly enough, my son doesn't drive,
Oh,
doesn't even
okay.
have a license,
Wow. All right.
so I don't know.
Okay. So your daughter's in the lead at the moment. then?
Perhaps, yes.
Wow. You know what's really cool about this? With the rear seats down, how amazing it all looks as well.
I know,
Like,
I
it's just
know.
lovely.
I always leave them down.
It's just clean looking, isn't it? And she handles the bumps really well too.
Not bad. I mean, there's a few squeaks and pops, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, that's character though.
It is.
You have to have a little bit of that.
And
And
I find
next lights will turn.
yeah, I find it idles extremely well too. It just it's a little bit lower volume now, but when I the first 10 minutes or so, it's just
Okay.
it rumbles very loud.
Okay. Now, do you do some of the mechanicals yourself?
Nothing.
Nothing. Where do you take the car then?
Well, I found a guy down on Dunwin Drive that he just after I didn't do anything for a number of years, and
Okay.
I took it this year, and he did a full once-over tune-up, oil change, all
Nice.
lubrication, and yeah, he was great.
Excellent. You know who else is good is Autotech,
Yeah,
right? I
Yeah.
take my car. I know a lot
Okay,
of car guys
yeah.
take they're just amazing people, honest, humble. They care about their car just as much as you do.
yeah.
So
Well, I
it's
bought
kinda
this
nice.
car at Legendary.
Oh,
so
really?
I've actually first few times I've had it back in, they serviced it a bit.
Okay.
But it's a bit of a pain to go all the way up there.
Yes, particularly if we're in this end of the city
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
right?
But they are amazing up there.
True.
Well, we beat the rain so far.
We have. We've done a good job. I mean, it did say 2 o'clock, so far it's hanging in there.
Okay, I'll go in and pull beside your beast.
Yeah, let's do that. She doesn't get called a beast too often, but I'll take it.
Go. She's red on the outside and black on the inside.
There you go. Kind of the opposite, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. So how is
Thank
the
you.
old knee, David, with respect to getting in and out of this little beast of yours?
Not bad. It's more of a it's more of an annoyance when I'm standing on it. When I'm sitting anywhere, it doesn't really bother me because there's no pressure on it. It's you know, it's bone on bone in the joint, so that's where it's difficult.
Takes the romance out of it a little bit, doesn't it?
It does.
But,
Yes,
hey,
it does.
what do you do? Okay. I don't know what it is. You know, sometimes when they design cars, they just get everything right.
You know, the other thing is that the decisions made designing this car, I mean, they've had to been carried on for all. I mean, once you do styling clues,
Yeah.
you're stuck with them.
For sure.
If you want to make the car the same.
Yeah.
So you know, these 3 little indentations here, that's something being repeated on the modern Mustangs now.
True.
If they hadn't made that decision back then, that never would have happened.
True. And it's that signature mark, though, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Now that you point it out, you're dead right,
Yeah.
because you see it on every Mustang.
Yeah.
It's like that shark fin look
Yes,
to it, right?
exactly. Yeah, like the shark gills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gills, not the
Yeah.
fins. Yeah, for sure. But even the lights on these things, it's just like it's bearing down on you. You know, especially if you see that in your rearview mirror. It's like, wow. Just a lovely, lovely machine. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for making time to meet with me today and showing me your beautiful car. She is lovely for sure. Really appreciate your time and just sharing your love and your passion for not just this car, but even the Saabs and the other ones you've owned over the years. So thank you again.
Well, thank you, Kevin, and thank you for chasing me up again. It was been, you know, we've been trying to do this for a couple of years, so I'm glad we finally did do it. And
There we go.
yeah, looking.
And the rain held off too. Look,
Rain
it's
held
even
off.
dark out
Yeah.
there, but lovely. Thank you so much, David.
You're very welcome.
All right. Okay.